Have you seen this in your chicken droppings? If you have, something inside your chicken is seriously messed up and you need to know how to fix it. So if you've ever looked at your chicken's droppings and seen whole pieces of grain in there, like actual bits of feed that look pretty much like they did when they went in, most keepers see that and think, oh, she's just eating too fast, or maybe the feed is of bad quality, and they just walk past it and forget about it. But that is actually one of the biggest red flags we see in clinic. And almost nobody knows what it means. So think of your chicken's gut like a kitchen. The feed goes in and the gut is supposed to cook it. Break it all down into tiny pieces so the body can use it. The protein gets sent off to make feathers and eggs. The calcium gets sent off to make shells. The vitamins go to the immune system. That's how it works when the kitchen is running properly. Everything gets cooked and everything gets used. But when parasites are in the gut, it's like someone came into the kitchen and smashed everything up. The oven doesn't work. The stove is broken. Nothing is getting cooked, so the feed goes in as grain and comes out as grain because the kitchen is destroyed. Your chicken is eating every single day, but her body is getting nothing from it. And here's why this should really scare you. If the feed isn't being broken down, then nothing is being absorbed. That means no calcium is reaching the shell. That's why your shells are thin. No protein is reaching the feathers. That's why she's losing them. No nutrients reaching the blood. That's why the comb is pale. No energy reaching the body. That's why she's just standing in the corner. Every single problem you're seeing on the outside traces back to this one thing. The kitchen is broken. The feed is going straight through her, and you've been walking past the proof every single day in the dropping. And think about what you're spending on feed right now. That bag of feed costs what, $30, $40? And if parasites have wrecked the gut, then that feed is literally going in one end and coming out the other looking the same. You're paying for it and your chicken's getting nothing from it. That's like putting gas in your car with a hole in the tank. You can keep filling it up, but it's never going to run properly because it's all leaking out before the engine can use it. And the most common cause we see for this is almost always parasites. They attach to the gut wall and they physically damage it. And when the gut wall is damaged, it can't break the feed down. It can't absorb the nutrients. Everything just passes through and your chicken slowly starves. Even though she's eating every day, she's starving with a full feeder in front of her because her kitchen is destroyed. And switching to a more expensive feed doesn't fix it. Better ingredients going into the broken kitchen still come out uncooked. It doesn't matter how the feed is if the gut can't process it, and garlic water and apple cider vinegar don't rebuild a damaged gut. They just pass straight through the same way the feed does. What you actually need to do is fix the kitchen. Get the parasites out so the gut can actually do its job again. And this is what we recommend to all of our clients. The capsaicin in this chili blend basically turns the gut into an oven that parasites don't want to be in. They can't latch onto the gut wall anymore. They can't damage it, and once they're gone, the gut starts healing and the feed starts being broken down properly again. The nutrients actually reach her body, and everything on the outside starts fixing itself because the kitchen is finally worked. But don't try mixing this yourself. Too much garlic can cause anemia, and too little capsaicin and the parasites just stay put. The clients who started this after seeing undigested feed in the droppings came back and said within 2 weeks the droppings completely changed. The feed was being broken down properly, and then everything else followed. The shells got harder, the feathers started growing back, combs turned red, energy came back because the kitchen was finally running again and the body was actually getting what it needed. Because the kitchen was finally running again and the body was actually getting what it needed from the feed for the first time in months. It's called flock armor from Roosty's. No chemicals, so you get to keep every egg. No egg withdrawal. There's a 90-day guarantee, so if you don't see a difference, you can get your money back. Go look at your chicken's droppings tomorrow morning. If you see whole grain in there, you now know exactly what that means. And every day you leave it is another day your chicken is starving on a full stomach. Links below.